Hey, what's up interwebs? I'm that toy guy, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Transformers Titans Return Deluxe Class Fracas and Scourge. And Fracas's name sounds like a curse word. But anyway, here he is, and first we'll take a quick look at the box. This was, I think, my last TFCon pickup. I picked this up at Capture Prey for 18 bucks. But yeah, there's a picture of his space boat thing mode. Fracas and Scourge Titans Return, other languages, logos, things, Transformers, generations. There's his face. There's the same picture. There's nothing. On the back, you have Wave 1 stuff, because it's all the way back from Wave 1. There's your bio. There's your pictures. They don't really call this anything. There's your Titan Master compatibility. The nothing box. Inside, you do get the collector's card, which has Scourge on it. It looks pretty cool, actually. Then you have his tech specs. And he's a very smart person, but he's very, very slow, which is weird for him being a spaceship. But there's a card and instructions, yeah. And then you get Fracas here, which is standard Titan Master with some painted legs and a painted face, which is nice to see. But he does have a butt tube. It's kind of odd. Oh, and he's very loose. Very loose. Then you have the chair gun, which you can take Fracas and you can put him in the chair gun, and you can, fly the chair gun, and I just kind of forget the chair gun exists. So here we have Scourge in his spaceship boat potato wedge thing mode. And it looks like a space boat potato thing wedge mode. It looks pretty cool. I am a huge fan of Scourge's design. I've always been a fan of Scourge's designs. When they had a deluxe made for it, I was all over it. I wanted to get this figure. And then none of my Walmarts or Toys R Us close by carried him at all. They had Wave 1, Wave 2, Wave 3, Wave 4, and nothing. Nothing. It's not until like Wave 4 started showing up in my Toys R Us a while back that he started showing up. But, I got it for cheaper at TFCon, so I'm happy. You got some nice blue paint going on the top here. A lot of nice paint on this guy, actually. This is paint, that's paint, this is paint. These are paint, that's paint. There's red in here. A lot of the paint, though, is on the vehicle mode because the robot mode normally doesn't have very much paint. So, yeah. It is very nice. I might pick up the Repro Label sticker sheet for this, if there even is one. I don't know if there is one or not, but I probably would because it did wonders on Springer. So, yeah. So, it's a regular little weird-looking thing. I don't know. Anyway, for comparison, here he is next to Skydive. And you may notice the Skydive's gun is not on him anymore because these RID Minicons are made of such crappy plastic. It's broken. It's broken. It still transforms, which I will keep, but I cannot use him as a gun anymore. And that's disappointing because it's broken. Rest in peace, little Minicon. But here he is next to a Combiner Wars Deluxe. About the same length as the Combiner Wars Jet, but again, superior, inferior. So yeah, that's Scourge. You can open up the cockpit on the back and take Fracas and put him in the cockpit. And you can take the chair gun and plug it in on top, but why would you want to do that? Because that's stupid. So, to transform Scourge, the first thing you want to do is remove Fracas. And remove this little thing here at the top. Oh, one cool feature I really love. This is a callback to G1. You turn him into a head, and you can plug him on top so he can go gut Ultra Magnus. That's cool. That's really cool. It's shaped like a Titan Master peg, which is awesome. Anyway, you want to unfurl these wings, just bring them out all the way. Come to these side sections here, flip out the fists, and pop the shoulders down. Split the legs, bring them down just like so. Rotate at the upper waist and compress the groin section. Rotate these around, bring down the foot, bring this in, it should tab into place. Flip out a foot, there you have a leg. Same thing on this side, just get everything folded out properly. Bring his wings back out, just like that. And then you plunk his head right on. And there you have Scourge, and I like to give him this little pistol because this chair gun is stupid. Here is Scourge in his robot mode, and he looks really, really, really cool. He looks a lot like Scourge. Very blue, but I'm pretty sure there have been some Scourge designs that have been very, very blue, so I can forgive it. I know he's missing some white on himself, but a lot of that paint went into making a very nice space boat wedge potato mode thing. So, yeah. For the paint detail, though, it's there, 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 and there. And that's, oh, and these arms are painted a different color than the rest. But these I really like because they look like stickers. Even the paint is slightly crooked on this one to make it look like a sticker, and I love that. That looks pretty cool. They're not stickers. They're not those crappy Titans Return stickers that have come out now. They're just paint. Yeah, getting a quick look at the head sculpt here. Very Scourgy with his beard and everything and his eyes. Very squinty eyes. My eyes look like they could use a second coat of paint. But yeah, his head is one of those heads that looks like it's just stuck on a big block. It's kind of unnerving. But just getting a look at some of the other details on this figure. The back of him is just, vehicle. But he's always been a shell former, so you can't knock that against him. He's always been a shell former. Now, big point of controversy with this figure. That neck joint. It is horrifically bad. And oh look, it's another piece of the Minicon. It's horrifically, loose. And that's due to a couple of issues. The first one is this head is just a little too small for this clip system here. The second issue is, you can see I have some napkin in here. This was ridiculously loose. I put the napkin in there, and it's closed this up a little bit to lash it onto the head a little more. But you have to get something in between the gap between that clip and this piece of plastic in order for it to stick. Because that right there is the thing that's too loose. That doesn't grip onto that little gap there in the head. That's what it's supposed to do. And it causes it to wiggle around. So if you take some, like a modeler's knife or something with a blade that you probably don't use anymore, put some super glue on it, and then just wedge it in there, that should fix the problem. If not, you can always take another piece of that exact knife, put it in there, and just break it off inside, and that'll keep it in. I've seen that done, and then Vangelis had a way of fixing it. I can't remember his off the top of my head. But you can always be like me if you're lazy or don't have any money to buy, fixing agent, you just shove a napkin in it. But yeah, I use a napkin, not a tissue, because a tissue, which is, a regular Kleenex brand, would tear over time, and a napkin's a lot stronger. So, yeah. But other than that, the figure's perfect. I like that, and there's no waist joint. So articulation-wise, head, floppy. Shoulders are on a ball joint and a hinge joint. Bicep swivel, single jointed elbow, and the wrists can do that whole Age of Extinction drift thing. Yeah, no waist joint unless you pull it here, but that looks weird. It's like Extendor from the Masters of the Universe. Hips can go forward, they can go back, they can go out that far. They are ratcheted out, soft ratchet. Thigh swivel, knee that bends only that far, but it can, if you have your legs oriented properly, it can bend the other way, which is kind of funny. And then the feet can go forward and back. So he's pretty posable for, He's pretty posable for a modern day deluxe. Oh, and the wings have two hinges, they can flap around. So yeah, he looks pretty cool. You can get him into some decent poses, which is quite nice. Now, for a comparison, here he is next to Skydive, who I found a new weapon for. Trying to use for his chair gun. But here he is next to Skydive, and because of the whole Titan Master gimmick, he does dwarf Skydive a little bit. And just for the heck of it, here's that really crappy Megatron. So overall, Scourge is actually quite a nice figure. He does have a couple of issues, like the waist joint and the head thing, and the chair gun's stupid, but chair guns come with every single figure now. But yeah, it's ultimately crooked. It's ultimately up to you if you want to dish out the money to spend on this guy. I would say go for it. If you can fix that issue there, definitely go for it. I can fix it. I don't have the materials to fix it at the moment, but I know how to do it. Once I figure it out, I might put a video up if you guys need help fixing it. But yeah, it's relatively simple, easy fix. And then you'll have, probably, I'd say, one of the best official Scourge figures we've ever gotten, because G1 was horrible, and G1 Target Master was also horrible. The original Generations version is pretty cool, but it's not the traditional Scourge. This being traditional Scourge is very cool. I only wish that, my one biggest complaint with this figure is he's a deluxe. I wish he was a Voyager, but he's a deluxe. Oh well. But yeah, that's my look at the Transformers Generations Titans Return Deluxe Class Fracas and Scourge. That is a mouthful. And I'm that toy guy, and stay tuned for my next video.